2, 3, showtime. If your church is got a cash app, there it is.
Is it some that women are crazy? All of us are crazy. And sometimes you have to depend on what level of crazy you're willing to deal with. And we don't always please
2,
them.
3, showtime.
So she's not a lesbian, or she is a lesbian?
No, she is a lesbian.
Okay. Well, it's
She
a great
does
way
not
to start.
You gotta put it down your throat and then tickle it with your tongue while it's in your throat.
Oh, niggas. Hey, he about to be right in your DM.
Hey, he gonna make his trip. Hold on. No, we gonna stay right here. He gonna be the mechanic for you. He gonna be the plumber.
When it comes down to it, they don't really give a fuck unless they trying to get some pussy. I know niggas that have gone out they long way, just to get some
2,
pussy.
3, showtime.
Well, it's Tyrone dick, bitch. You just here for tonight. Ask a stupid question. You don't get a stupid ass answer. Go try to get your feelings hurt around here.
I need that orgasm.
You know what I mean?
So it was his homie. It was him and his homie. I need that orgasm.
You know what I mean? Or have a choice in your mindset is part luck.
Really? Everybody ain't got Canada rules, man.
Off of the Bible, those vices will cause us to suffer while on earth, but it won't send us to hell. But we can't say that because we want everybody to function a certain way. And
1, 2, 3, showtime.
Big odds, everybody. Thank you for joining in to the show. The Gasmasktribe TV podcast, where we filter out that bull. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. I'm sorry for keeping y'all waiting, but we were getting to, we have some technical difficulties. Things were going down, things were going up, but we here. We are back in full effect. I'm gonna be running the show until Biz bring his ass up in here. But nevertheless, happy Friday, everybody. Hope everybody's out there doing good. You know what I'm saying? Got your drinks, got your smoke. Everybody's living life, doing good. UKTH, I know there you be on time, boy. You be on time. My God. Sorry for keeping everybody waiting. Like I said, man, thank you. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Gasmasktribe TV podcast, where we filter out that bullshit. I am Notice with your host, and it's been a crazy week. The week is finally over. Hump day, no more hump day, no more Mondays. It is Friday. Time to get y'all swerve on. Get out there, get your, you know what I'm saying? Go get your boogie on. If you young, go get your swerve on. Be safe. You know what I mean? That's how we do it. Out here, things, I'm gonna be chilling. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna be chilling. My girls is gone for the summer, and I'm just posted up. It has been a crazy week, man. Have y'all been hearing like the top news of the day that I've heard about? And I don't know if anybody else heard about this. Big Elon Musk. I know everybody heard about Elon Musk. Big Twitter. However you guys want to mention it. You know what I mean? What up, Miss Help? Yeah, Elon, I think personally he's going broke. It was just a few days ago or last week where I was reading something with Elon. He had to lay off a bunch of his workers, and they were promised severance pay if they for at least 2 weeks, and he did not give them their severance pay. On top of that, he has his charging stations. You know, the charging stations where you go to charge up your Teslas when you have a Tesla, and you go to Chevron and they have those charging stations there. Well, Tesla pays rent to those companies every month. there has been multiple companies or multiple stations where they have not received their pay since 2020. That is a long time. That is well over 24 months, going into about 36 months of just not getting their pay. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of a lot of crazy stuff going on out there. I hope everybody, like I said, hope everybody being safe and that and you guys are stacking up and that you're preparing for the stuff that's here to come. The stuff that's here to come in the future, because there's been a lot of talks out there between the Roe versus Wade, between the food shortages and all that. I really hope and pray that everybody is preparing themselves and doing it properly while the government is giving y'all distractions. In other news, anybody heard about Georgia RIP for the people who own a Tesla? Hey, facts. RIP for the people who do own Teslas. That is going to be one of those things. It's like, how are you going to charge this shit? You know what I mean? Especially if, like, the power grid go down there. If there's no power, how are you going to charge your car? And that's going to like be one of the most craziest things. And I think it's really funny about gas prices now. Like it's really everybody like they like to blame it on the war, Ukraine and all that stuff, but the companies are getting their same money that they were paying for a barrel before the war started. So how are we getting charged more? I hear out there in LA with business in Compton, it's about $7. I looked at the pump today and it was like, this was one of them. I was like 503. Was happy about 503 because I was used to seeing 579, and $5 don't get you shit. It's 579 don't get you shit. $20 don't get you shit. $100 don't even do nothing to the tank no more. Barely gets it off of E. You know what I mean? Especially if you riding a big body truck or big body cars like me and my boys do. You know what I mean? Like I said, had you guys heard about that explosion? Not the explosion, but somebody blowing up the Illuminati Stonehenge. I figured what it's called, but I'll go ahead and pull it up for you right now. And I think that was crazy. It happened the 4th of July in Georgia. Happened out there where somebody blew it up. They were like, to hell with this. I don't agree with this. It is, the Georgia Guidestones, that's the correct word for it, is now permanently closed. It was something that, where they have marked it where you can read the calendar from that thing. It was supposed to be like this historical thing. Georgia Guidestones was a granite monument that stood in Elbert County, Georgia, from the United States from 1980 to 2022. It was 19 feet 3 inches tall and made from 6 granite slabs, weighing a total of 237,000 pounds. The structure was sometimes referred to as an American Stonehenge. Now, this was a lot of a controversy around this thing, and this is the reason why it was such a big deal, is because it's about what's supposed to happen in the land. Like there's supposed to be a minimum of people, and the society is in the society. So it was really said to be that the Illuminati was the people that brought out this Stonehenge thing, and they placed it there. There's no real track record of actually who put it there. It just kind of showed up one day, and then just like it appeared, half of it disappeared on July 4th. Somebody in some kind of Honda gray Civic, that was at least caught on tape, put some explosives up there and blew that motherfucker halfway up, and they decided to bring it down. And I can only imagine why they did do that. I mean, let's be real. Let's be honest. Look what's going on in the country today. Let's look what's going on in America today. That shit is crazy. Now, I don't know if you guys follow TikTok. I'm a big TikTok head. I don't have a ton of followers. I got a few thousand or whatnot, but there's this viral post that's going on there where this chick, she is throwing a tantrum about her dude. Apparently she did something and her dude broke up with her, and she is going off. I don't know if you guys seen it. Have you seen it? Well, it's crazy. She is hyperventilating. She's acting like she can't live without the guy. I think this is, and I looked at my girl. I said, "The hell with that!" Like, if you was to put a baby in that, like, come on, come on. This grown woman has to have way more self worth with herself. Now, while you guys wait, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up that video. She throws a tantrum, and I just temper tantrum on TikTok. Let's see. I think it's just downright right crazy. Let me see. I gotta be more specific. I normally share these things with Biz, but I didn't share them with Biz. Let's see if I can find this for y'all. Y'all just give me a second here. And I'm gonna bring up a bunch of my TikTok videos because I think a lot of them are funny. I try to share them with Biz. You guys let me know what you guys think of some of this stuff. Oh, that's what I meant to share with you guys. Sorry that I'm all a little bit all over the place. Did you guys hear about the DoorDash glitch in San Francisco? If anybody that had DoorDash in San Francisco, it was a great night for them. I mean, anything that was ordered, there was people ordering Casamigos, ordering PlayStation games, TVs, and guess what? It all was free. Your card was not charged. It was the biggest thing. I looked over, I told my girl, I'm like, yo, I would have did that. She was like, oh, they would have came back after you. And how they gonna come after me? How they gonna come after me if I block my account? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Why that shit can't happen in Vegas? Why that shit can't happen in Michigan? Why that shit can't happen to where like real niggas that need it? You know what I mean? Because I could use a couple flash screens. You know what I mean? And watch when I sell y'all the show, y'all gonna be like, this is crazy. People were buying like 26, 27 bottles of Casamigos, not getting charged. They're buying them like a buttload of food, not getting charged. They're buying stuff from Walmart, not getting charged. All free. And I'll go ahead and pull up the clip without further ado so you guys can go ahead and get a little bit of this. Go ahead and play that for y'all. Give me 1 second here. And let me unmute it.
Last night, thousands of people were getting free food, free contraceptives, and free tequila, all because DoorDash had a glitch where you didn't have to pay for everything. Baby, let's talk about it. Y'all are crazy and funny as hell. I literally saw this going on while it was happening. And I could have got on DoorDash and got something, but baby, I stayed out of it. I said, this is literally going to be too much in the morning. So people were ordering DoorDash. You see here, you got Casamigos for $1,600, 27 bottles of it, 30 bottles. You could order anything off DoorDash last night and people were getting it for free. It was not charging your card. Y'all, everybody was getting TVs, DVDs, CDs, Xboxes. They was getting everything because on the DoorDash app, you could also go to Walgreens, Walmart. You could get whatever. So people was running it up. But the issue was the taking of the pictures. Baby, you're not even going to bleep your face out. This is giving crime evidence. Like, I'm not going to do the crime and take the picture with the motherfucking money from the bank robbery. Like, what are y'all thinking? Now, I know this gave everybody a good ass night because they were running it up so hard. And the trick technically was to take your card off past a certain time. Now, this fiasco all started at like 8 p.m. and it went on to like 2 a.m. because around 2 a.m. California time, people were still ordering stuff and I was still seeing it on Twitter and it wasn't shut down yet. But about 8 a.m., 6 a.m. for some people, people's cards were getting charged. Now, baby, if you don't order the whole ass TV, if you don't went to Wayfair on their ass, you might as well just cancel that bank account, cancel the card.
Tell me that shit ain't crazy. Tell me that shit ain't crazy. Like, I would have been having a ball, like straight up. You know what I mean? I would, especially out here in Las Vegas, I would have been door dashing pounds of weed. You know what I mean? Pounds of marijuana. I probably would have got me a couple prostitutes on the payroll at that particular point. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? You know, it's just crazy. And like, I wouldn't care. I would see me personally. I wouldn't put my face up on there. I would not put my face up on there, but I wouldn't have gave a damn about a picture. Like, what? I didn't steal anything. This is a computer glitch. That's not me stealing something. That's your problem. That was something you did. Like, I didn't do that. Even if I took my credit. Oh, you know what? My phone deleted my credit card on accident. You know what I mean? That is a come up for some of us. That's what that is. And these companies, they got write up. They have insurance for these things. I'm pretty sure there's no way they could have there's no way they could have sit there and run this company without having insurance. And UKTH, I agree with you. I'm not putting my face up there either. That's just not happening. I'm not a dumbass. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, who does that? Like, it's got to be people that are like searching like for fame or whatever. Like, they just, oh, look what I got. Like, come on, you dumbass. Like, no. Like, anytime I got like Christmas gifts or nothing like that, I don't even post that shit up on there. I'll be like, I don't even like to post my food on social media. Let it be me doing some a side hustle or something like that. You know what I mean? That is just crazy. Now, there has been a lot of talk. I know there's been a lot of talk out there about Black justice and stuff with the Jalen. My house and my garage would be full of stuff though. Absolutely, my house would be my show would be full for sure. And eventually, and I'd close that bank account and just open up a new bank account, or or started a new net spin account, whatever the fuck, our Chime, you know what I mean, our Chime account, something, you know what I mean. I would have did something like that, you know what I mean, when it came down to it, but I wouldn't have show my face, and my dogs would be over here with new outfits. I'd hit Petco up. I had a new fish tank. You know what I mean? Let me find out that glitch. That's crazy. I can't believe, like, you know what I mean? And like, let's be honest. Let's ask the real question. How the fuck them niggas get PlayStations? Like, who the fuck do they know where they were able to DoorDash a PlayStation? Nigga, they still don't got PlayStations in the stores out here. They still don't have a. If y'all got PlayStations out there, please let me know. You know what I mean? And we send bro man from the fifth floor over here so that we can hit him up for one of those. You know what I mean? Once again, hey, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Gasmasktribe TV podcast, where we filter out that bull. And if you haven't already, just like the background you see, I want everybody to hit up that merch. Yeah, I mean, go ahead and get you some of that merch. You got the hoodies, got the caps, just like you see right here. Looking fly. You can check out the Gasmasktribe TV podcast websites. Go to Instagram, Facebook, and all that. It's definitely blasted on there. And everybody will, be a part of the tribe. You know what I mean? UKTH. I haven't checked for PS5 in a minute. You know what? I haven't. But every time I go to the store, I don't see it. I don't see it in there. I think it's one of those things you have to order now, and then you have to wait, and it's like a month wait, maybe a 2-month wait out now for PS5 and Xbox. I think Xboxes are scattered here and there, but PS5 are definitely still on back order, and I don't actually see them coming out with them anytime soon, because let's be honest, there's a shortage on everything, and computer chips is still one of them. Controllers, headsets, VR, shits like that, they have them all day. But when it comes to the PS5, I don't see it. I see it at all. Back to what I was saying originally. I know there's a lot of turmoil and stuff like that that's out there in the world, man. And we had a Wednesday. We had a great talk. Me, Biz, a couple other folks I talked to. UK did that stuff through. We talked about. We had sex talk, you know what I mean, which I thought was pretty interesting. And we broke down the different things, the different barriers that men go through when it comes to having sex with women, and the different types of relationships that we go through, and the struggles that we go through, and also interracial dating, and which is a big conversation now, especially with the things that's going on in America. I just like to say to people, like we need to, continue to be better than the norm. And I found myself angry this past week, very angry at the norm of society nowadays. And I had to talk to myself and also my fucking therapist. Yes, as profound that I sound and how educated I sound, I do too have a therapist and I consult with all the time, especially living in a house full of all women. I'm going to say I have to have a therapist. I'm not ashamed of it. It's just somebody I talk to that I can relate to, and you know what I mean? And she gives me the fucking real. But I found myself angry this past week. I mean, I had to deal with a lot of what's going on in society. Some of y'all may be able to relate to this. I know a lot of other black men out there can relate to it. But being able to walk out your house in confidence and freedom, going to the store, going down the street, going to pick up the homie, or going here, going there, going to pick up your daughter, doing your kids, whatever the case may be, and the realization of not being able to make it home is very real for some of us. And I think a lot of people don't take that, or they take it into consideration, but they don't understand what it is to wake up and then go get some milk or bread and have that on your back of your shoulder sometimes. It's a very hard thing to deal with. And I think we as a society, there's people on our side, but until we have open rights for everybody, there's not going to be real rights for anyone. And I think that's what the big Roe versus Wade thing is, the abortion thing, just the black on the police crime right now. And it's just crazy. It really is sad, and it's crazy that we got to go through that and we're still living in slavery times. But I feel like that we're moving to something even worse. I feel like something's coming. So y'all let me know if I'm tripping or not, if I'm just paranoid, if that's my PTSD. I think it's my PTSD. I feel like niggas should be getting ready for war. Like, get your fucking guns, get your rifles, stack up on your food, buy some chickens, go buy some hens and shit, get some goats, even if you in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? I know UKTHU out there, you in Michigan, hey, go get you a couple of hens and some motherfucking firewood, and man, get ready. Because I feel like it's something about to come. And you got to look at these motherfuckers that's like these Proud Boys and these people that are in Ohio they setting up camp and marching. They getting caught on the news, not giving a fuck, going to jail calmly as fuck. The reason why they're going so calmly, because they got a bigger plan. They got a bigger plan. I know warfare when I see it. It does feel like something is about to happen. It is. I can feel it in the fucking air. I can't tell you when. I'm not a predictor. I'm not something like, but I feel like something about to crack off big. And I'm just looking around like, yo, everybody just on the internet and chilling and thinking about food and thinking about this. And I'm like, y'all niggas don't see this shit. Y'all don't see motherfuckers raring up. Like, it's one of those things where, like, when you see smoke, there has to be fire, right? There's smoke somewhere. There has to be a fire. And that's what I feel like. When I told my therapist this, she was like, I think you just got your PTSD, just kind of going with yourself and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, this. I said, you know what? I don't know. Because the last time I felt like this coronavirus happened, and I was telling my girl for years, I was like, yo, something happening. Something about pop off. She's like, you're tripping. You're paranoid. You did too much drugs in your time. I'm like, nah, something about to pop off. And then, Lord behold, fucking coronavirus, the whole fucking world shut down. I'm like, and then that feeling went away. That same feeling has returned in the past, I want to say, month or two. And I'm like, yo, I'm starting getting that tick mode. Like, hey. And if y'all do your research, they're saying that we have 8 to 10 weeks left of supply for food and gasoline and diesel. And I don't know if y'all know what that means or not, but if we have no diesel fuel, then we have no fuel to run the tractors. We have no fuel to run the trucks. We have no fuel to run the ships. And that means what? We can't get product. And as a consumer, you need to consume things. So product is part of what we need to get. That goes for food, that goes for meat, that goes for everything. And every time I go to the store, those stores are not packed. They try to make it look packed. They try. But y'all pay attention to it. Y'all go pay attention to it. Don't take my fucking word for it. You go look at your Ralphs, your HEBs, your Smiths, your Albertsons, your Walmarts. Those places are never stocked. And if they are, it's because they had just stocked them. By the end of the day, they're fucking empty. They're hanging on by loose threads. There they are. So it's very scary. Like everybody, you guys need to kind of just take that for what it's worth and get it into the. What you say? You can't. We got to get comfortable. We get too comfortable, and then boom, more bad shit is gonna happen. I think you know what? You hit it right on the fucking head. I think already we're too comfortable. I think we're like, you know what I'm saying? We're in a fight, right? You know when you're in a fight and a motherfucker hits you and you're stumbling and you get that. I don't know if you ever been in a fight or like I've never been this way, but you get in a fight and you got you're out of breath or whatever the case may be. And or a motherfucker crack you and you get that daze. I think that's where we are as Americans. Like the government is like, or the world is ready to just like hit us. And then like we're like already dazed. If we don't get right and set ourselves up to where, you know what I mean, we're able to dodge that punch and come back with a full effect, yeah, we will fall. And it like motherfuckers is ready for a civil war. Now I'm not saying black people are, but guess what? We are so everywhere, like we'll infiltrate it wherever we need to go. But white people, police officers are ready for civil war. And people talking about like, get rid of the guns. No, put laws on the guns, put stipulations on the guns. I agree with that 110%. But if you get rid of assault rifles, who's going to be the ones left with assault rifles? Police officers and military. And if they act up, who's going to put them in check? Not us, because we're going to have pistols. We're going to have rifles. No one is going to be able to check them, period. And I mean, not to be talking about political stuff. I hate to really get into that, but you know, sometimes the information needs to be put out there, and the information needs to be, you know, put out there in such a way where everybody's listening. You know what I mean? And since we have a platform where I can speak on that, I would definitely gonna put it out there. I will not hold my breath any longer. You know what I mean? I want to talk about fun stuff, but I'm gonna tell you right now, tonight, riding solo bolo. I'm not. This is me, UK, and the other people that's up in here. You know what I mean? So everybody, drop your comments, drop your whatevers, and you know what I'm saying, we can talk about it. Whatever y'all want to talk about. It's Friday. I'm gonna tell you like this. Like I got plans to go get my Uchi Coochie on. You know what I mean? Uchi Coochie. So y'all keep it live with me. But I mean, I'm gonna show y'all a couple more clips from the TikTok. We're gonna go through a couple more of those. Let's see what you say, UK. What people don't realize: pistols do more mass shootings, or people do more mass shootings than rifles, or pistols do more mass shootings than rifles. And they try to ban rifles. Guess what? They're gonna be banned next. That actually, I would agree with that. There are more pistols, but the problem is, every time that there is mass shootings, there are assault rifles on the scene, and a lot of people use assault rifles. And the biggest thing about the assault rifle thing right now is that that it is it's destructive. Like it's not just killing people, it is destroying people when it does. And that, like, they're saying, like, a lot of politicians are like, or a lot of people that's, you know, going to the scene, they're like, yo, they get hit in the head or the shoulder, like it's taking out body parts, you know what I mean? Because they're hitting them from such a long distance, or it's just so powerful. So a lot of people are like, yo, what do we need assault rifles for? And I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. I'm totally with you. Like, we don't need assault rifles to go deer hunting and stuff like that. The assault rifles, I always believe it was just one of those things just for you to have. It wasn't for anything other. It was just one of those cool things of like having a fucking cool car. It's like having a fucking car that can go 0 to 60 in 0 to 60 in no time at all, or a car that can go over 250 miles per hour. It's pointless to have the car because you're never going to be racing that motherfucker, but it's something cool to have. And I think that's one of the same thing as an American, and as like having cool things. That's one of the cool things it's like, yo, look, I got this pistol, it's customized, blase, this, that, and the third. And that's where I think the thought of assault rifles really came from. But you are right, a lot of them start off with the pistols, and because they're just single shots, and then they move on to, you know, the mass murders, and they use that as a weight. Well, the mindset is if the government can have it, so should I. Yeah, I believe so. But that's you also got to be careful with that. But like, because it's like military drones, right? If I can build my own military drone, like the government has no say of like what I can do with something I built. But if I bought it from like Russia or something like that, then I'm moving into like military war zone type of talk, conversation, and type of movement. Then I'm not in the military anymore. So that's up for the government to do. We as a people support the government by our taxes, by paying our taxes. So we rely on the government to handle bigger issues that we should not have to use, such as drones, F-14s, different things like that. Yes, the government has an F-14, but I shouldn't have one. It's not like I want a fucking fighter jet. No, should they be able to provide me one if we go to war? Absolutely. But for me to have one, it would just be ridiculous. What I'm saying basically is, well, when it comes down to simple things, such as a firearm, or such as tactical gear, or stuff, helmets and stuff like that, where I can be able to have it for myself. Yeah, where I think it got really loose was movies. I think the laws bended when it came to movies and videos and stuff like that, because the movies don't have certain rights that the government have. They have citizen rights, and even if you have a company, doesn't make you overbearing of the law of a government law. And when they started allowing props for movies and different things of that nature, it opened up the door, and it opened up the doorway, the avenue for civilians or people with money to say, hey, you know what, I know where you can get this, and blah blah blah. So that moved on to that. And that's just ultimately as far as what I believe when it comes to that. I'm not going to keep y'all too long with this podcast. I'm going to show y'all a couple crazy videos, and then we're going to move on from there. Because I just been, me, myself, I've been, I'm silly. I'll tell you right now, I'm a silly man. I surf the internet all fucking day. That's just kind of what I do. And I look for different content. I do. I don't know if you, like I said, I don't know if you guys are big on TikTok or Instagram, but I am. I watch a lot of it. But without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys some shit. Show you guys some funny shit. Y'all tell me if y'all like it or not.
Finally put on a mask. You see it. The sign says, if you are coughing, sneezing, kindly put on a mask. I want to say thank you to this establishment for looking out for one another. Because if you coughing,
tell me what's wrong with this picture. I know you motherfuckers know what is wrong with this picture. Like, come on.
Coughing. I don't know if that is the right emoji for coughing. That don't quite look like the coughing.
Now, you know what I mean? Now, if I would have saw this, it would have been a field day wherever I was. I'm just being honest. I love this fucking thing. It is fucking up. It was fucking great. I said if I saw this would be fucking great. Now, without further ado, this one's for my fellas. If you're not one of my fellas, or you just like simply like looking at stuff like this, OMG, okay? There you go.
The next speaker is Chad Kroger.
To me is fucking crazy. I think this is one of the craziest things too. Like, you know what I mean? This is crazy.
JT. What up, council?
The next speaker is Chad Kroger and JT Parr.
What up, council? My name is Chad Kroger. This is my colleague, JT.
What up, council?
Now, this is real, by the way.
I come to you deeply unstoked by the recent decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, and in doing so, restricting women's rights and setting back human/stoke progress. The sadness it has incurred in the women in my life has been massive. I realize I need to do something to show solidarity with the ladies. So from this moment forward, I will not be having sex. Huge sacrifice, I know. But if the government won't protect women, then I won't do anything that could put them in a potentially impossible situation. JT will be joining me in this boning sabbatical.
It's like that story from Greece, Lizzie Strata, but we're gender bending it.
Tap into your best selves and get this situation rectified. I would like to bone again one day, but again, I'm willing not to. Thank you.
Sorry, ladies.
That's just fucking crazy. Like, I don't even understand how these guys even made it through all of that to even be able to have that conversation, but they did. They did. They are. Back to a couple more videos and we'll get to some of these comments.
You have a huge
This is the video that might get me banned. Let me tell you why.
You can't. You got to tell me
Members
you
Only
try
Waffle
that.
House has a line.
I know you would.
Always, and
I
people
know you
wait for
fucking try that.
waffles. Did they taste good? Well, actually, yeah. But you know that's not why people are here. They are excited to get a bite of both the male and female parts that are turned into waffles. I went with the Girls Gotta Eat Girls and ordered from their variety of flavors and toppings you get to choose from.
With these like fruity and sweet, the white chocolate, dark chocolate.
I'm not fucking touching one.
It's an
You know what?
experience.
I'm gonna give me the coochie one. Give me the coochie one. Give it here. I'm gonna tell you right now. Give me the coochie one. Give me the coochie one. I'll take the one with the no hair, please. I'll take the one with the no hair, please. What you mean you want? Yeah, come on, you can't. You gonna leave me out there? You ain't gonna try the one with the nice little brown little cream in the middle with the little punani that little chocolate chip flavor. You ain't gonna try that one? I would. Not the pipe swipe though. Not the pipe. Yeah, arm on my own. Yo, give me that fucking. Hey, give me that pussy stick. I'll take the pussy stick, but not the pipe swipe. Not talk about that. I'm talking about the pussy on the stick. You wouldn't take the pussy on the stick. I'm gonna try that motherfucker for sure. He said, no, the fuck I won't. What do you mean? You gonna leave me out there for myself, my guy? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying that shit looks delicious. Now the pipe swipe, they can have that one. I keep that one. Nobody eat pussy behind the closed doors. You can still go behind closed doors and eat it. You ain't gotta eat it in public, my guy. You can put it. Hey, you can wrap it up and save it for later. You can save it for later, my guy. Straight up. That's it. I'm just saying. I would have fun. Me, be honest. I would have fun with it. That's something you buy for a fucking, for a party.
Does
and
it
all
taste
that
like
shit.
a normal
Look
dish?
at that. Look at that.
Better.
Ooh,
Oh, it's better.
girl,
Better
you
than
eat
normal.
that shit.
10 times better.
Eat it.
Brother,
Eat it.
And finally, I need to give you.
Let's see. What else the fuck?
What if I said, hey,
but refused to testify today, saying that he fears for his safety.
Ladies, don't be trusting these men.
You're gonna see right now.
Did you know that your shoes are literally?
That's my husband, and he just proposed to his boyfriend. So now I gotta.
Every time the beat drop.
Now, you telling me you don't like this?
Every time the beat drop.
You not gonna touch that? He like, nah, not even a little bit, my guy. Go ahead, Dougie, on me. You can't. You gotta talk to me right now, man. You ain't gonna. You wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You good on that right there? Not even all the little pop drop and the, you know what I mean? The little wiggle in the back of the fiddle. Like, for real, you wouldn't touch that? I don't like white girls. That's all. What? See, at that point, I don't even think she white anymore, man. You ain't even white. You like part Amazon or something like that. It's like you're like a Viking. You know what I mean? That's not even whiteness. That's not something you bring down from the mountains of Caucasus. That's something you bring down from the mountains of Gigolo, from the mountains of touch my soul, goddamn it. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Now, the ones that got the little flat ass and the ones that they come from somewhere else. You know what I mean? But those bitches right there, I'm going to tell you, they come from the land of ass and titties. Fat coochie, they can get it. You know what I mean? That's where they come from. And if you look, I'm going to tell you right now, if you turn the lights off, UK, if you turn the lights off, I'm pretty sure it might not smell the same, but a damn show gonna feel the same. God damn it. God damn it. They still can't cook for shit. Yeah, you fucking right. You ain't lying. Hey, I have to believe that they popping like that. They better be able to pop their wrist like that too. You know what I mean? The little flavor. They better. You could be right. I don't know. I don't know if that redhead was real or not. I don't know. I don't know if that redhead. I gotta see. You gotta see it one more time. You gotta see it one more time. You can't. I'm just saying, my guy. He said, I don't like him. That's all. Every time. Look at that split. Look what it. I mean, come on, my goodness. I know. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, sheesh. And it wasn't even that for me. It was the beat drop. Bam, bam, bam. I'm like, oh, Lord Jesus. He said, nah, I don't want none of that. See, that's not caucus. Yeah, that's not mountains of caucus right there. That's mountains of Vikingness come from the rivers of ass and tuttas. That's what I'm saying, though. Yeah, wait a minute. So tell me. So tell me, UK, you don't even mess with Latinas? Spanish? Just black women? Is it just black women? I gotta know, man. Because I mean, come on. I'm not the type to call you back tomorrow.
All right, y'all know about this tree trend, right? Everybody doing.
Oh shit! I just left Oakland. Usually I haul into the port. Container companies that load the ships. Well, when I got to Oakland, there was something very eerie. Remember when all the ships were stacked up and we couldn't get the shit off them? The ports are empty. There's no ships. They used to be jam-packed. So I went over to a, say, Pacific container company where I have a friend. He says he's going to be out of a job next week because Tyson and JBS will no longer be shipping meat to the port. Heads up, people. It's going to happen a lot quicker than you think. Oh, shit.
And that's coming from a guy that's a truck driver. I have a nephew that's a truck driver as well. He doesn't haul stuff like that or meats or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure if I hit him up and I'll ask him, like it's the same thing. And a lot of truck drivers are actually walking away from their jobs right now.
Good morning.
Because,
bad news. The Supreme Court just announced a case
like they should be. So that's things that are going on right now. But with that being said, guys, you know what? It's been fun. I've been had a lot of fun. Thank you, UKTH, for stopping through, having fun with me. He said, I mess with Latinas. The Kool-Aid ain't got no sugar. Hey, but you can always put some Nestle in that fucking milk. You know what I mean? And make it bomb. You know what I mean? And then he said, I mess with Latinas. Oh, for sure, for sure. It just, yeah, you've been scarred, huh? He was like, oh, I know what that white privilege like. I don't want to do it, the white privilege no more. That was one of the biggest things. And no disrespect to any of my white people out there, all my pale turkeys out there. I love white people. I got white people in my family. What my godmom and goddad and god brothers and god sisters are white. And they're more of the Viking side, but they still are. Nevertheless, they're white. But like for me, when I was growing up and I did date some white girls, it was the spotting for me. Like at a young age, like when they got to 16, 17, they were spotting already. I'm like, yo, why are you spotting? And then I looked at their moms and I looked at grandmas. I was like, yo, they spot early, like real early. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't know if that was I thought it was like a white person's disease. And then also I noticed when they get in the sun too long, they get like skin cancer from the sun. Now, that scared me. I was like, well, I don't want my kids to have that. If I do, like, I just thought maybe it was just me being dumb or me being stupid, but I just noticed that as a man growing up, as a young man growing up, and that's what kind of like started my decision of just being like play the field and actually, you know, go here and go there. And you know, I really, to be honest, I had no color lines when it came down to it. I liked who I liked and I loved who I love. I even dated Asians. And all the Asians ones out, big up to my Asian ones out there. They're very loyal. But the Asian ones I dated, they just were either they were very left or very right. And when I mean like that, they were like very like into black culture or they were very into their culture. They were never in the middle. And I was like, oh shit, I really didn't know how to deal with that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's the reason why you probably don't see me with an Asian today. Just saying. But I love my Asian. I love all my women. And I want to be clear about this. When it comes to women, I think all women are beautiful. And I think they bear a lot of pain. I mean, we have to be honest with ourselves and be honest with them too. You guys, from birth, you guys bear pain. Your mom bears pain, whether she has to get cut up or you got to do a birth. Then they got to bear pain of just being a woman and then being this and being that and then going through their puberty, which is just blood and, you know what I mean, menstrual cycles and stuff like that. And then having sex for the first time where it hurts or potentially getting raped. Like women go through a lot. And I want to be the first to say that I do not underestimate what a woman goes through, even though we talk a lot of shit on this show, a lot of shit. You know, some of it may seem male egotistical and stuff like that. It comes from Biz or myself. And we should speak from a male standpoint because we grew up in mainly a house full of women. A lot of our houses were ran by women. And it is what it is. And now we run our house and our houses are ran by a man. That is a for sure. And that is a fact. So with that being said, I love all you women out there. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a fight, but nonetheless, we will get through this because when it comes with women's rights, it's black people rights too. And when black people rights, it comes with Asian people rights, Hispanic rights, people across the board rights. And we will not let this down. So everybody out there, thank you for tuning in to the Gasmasktribe TV podcast where we filter out that bull. Thank you, UKTH, for stopping through. Everybody else for stopping through. I want to once again lead you out with the lead you guys to check out that merch. And without further ado, I am out.
1, 2, 3, showtime.